Greetings! First, I would like to thank Ivana Kolarova and Julian Padilla for extending this invitation to me to participate in this event. I am very thankful from the deep of my heart. And also today, what I would like is to share only some ideas, some key ideas regarding the importance of joining efforts, joining forces, and teamwork to accomplish ambitious goals, especially when it comes to entrepreneurship. So let's begin with your dreams. I would like to invite you to dream big and to work hard. I strongly believe that dreams are not only to be told, but to be pursued and fulfilled. We must believe in ourselves and have a strong self-confidence. We must embrace our skills, take them to a new level, and put in place the 10-time principles, which means working 10 times harder to obtain 10 times better rewards and results. If you wish to go deep in this matter, I will recommend Grant Cardone's book, The 10 Times Rule, The Only Difference Between Success and Failure. That's the book, so I hope that you can read it. But having said that, besides working harder and building a strong self-confidence, we must define a plan to achieve our goals. This is what I call moving from the storytelling to the story doing. And to do so, we must establish goals and realistic key performance indicators, KPIs, that we can follow up and that it can show us how we're doing. Let me talk to you about focus. Focus your efforts on what is most important and never give up. However, it is also very important being able to adapt and being flexible and adjust your strategy according to the different circumstances. The world today invite us to be flexible. You should be able to find opportunities at all circumstances, even when they seem adverse. And I would like to share with you a true and inspiring story. As some of you might know, between 2018 and 2022, I was the executive president, the CEO of ProColombia, which is the national promotion agency and who seeks to promote our country as an attractive business and touristic destination. Well, back in March 2020, we had an enormous business matchmaking forum in Medellin. We were expecting around 2,000 business leaders from all over the world. And a couple days before this forum, the national government closed the borders due to the pandemic. Actually, that was the same day that it was going to be the forum. So the possibility of canceling or even postponing the event, we didn't put it in the table. It was never on the table. Nonetheless, we explored different ways to execute the event, even in such an adverse circumstance. Therefore, we relied on technology. So in just 48 hours, we shifted from a face-to-face event to a virtual one. And we obtained great results that we practice. We still have doing the matchmaking forum. Furthermore, that matchmaking forum became the benchmark for other events in Colombia and for the region. This is an accomplishment that we are proud of. But let me tell you another key element to be successful. And I really believe in leadership. Leadership, I'm here also to give you some advice for you to become positive and inspiring leaders. And I think that for being a positive and an inspiring leader, we must set a good example. We must become some kind of role model for our teammates. What I tell in Spanish, being ejemplar, ser ejemplar, be an example always. We all have a DNA, and I am not talking about biology. I'm talking about the features, about our priorities, about our skills that define us as a person, that define our personality. For example, I can tell you that my DNA is defined by the wish of helping and assisting to the others. The same happens with companies and organizations. They should have an established DNA based on its goals, based on its principles. Whenever I have the chance of leading a company or a project, I always strive to make sure that its DNA is built on kindness and effectiveness. Of course, We are all capable of being successful and reaching ambitious goals. That is something that we always have to be convinced about it. And however, I certainly believe that we can get there faster, and we can even spread our impact if we join efforts and build a strong team with people with whom we share dreams and goals. We will achieve more. This is what I call effective connections. That's a company that we have right now. And I would like to share with you some examples of the power of establishing effective connections. The first one that I would like to share is a strategy that we called Conectados. Conectados, which means connected, is a strategy to make sure that the Colombian embassies and ProColombia, they work together to promote our country in the best possible way. For example, due to this initiative, 59 Colombian products were admitted in 29 countries. This strategy was so successful that it became a public policy that is very useful for any administration. Other example is Colombia's participation at Expo Dubai 2020. We were able to join both the public and the private sectors to ensure that our presence at the Expo delivered historic results for our country. As a matter of fact, it was the first time that the presence of the private sector surpassed the public sector. Let me share with you some of our results. Over 1.6 million people visit our pavilion, the Colombian pavilion at Expo Dubai. We increased 38% our exports to the United Arab Emirates, and Colombia sold over 280,000 products at the Expo. Teamwork, networking, and joint efforts are pillars and principles very important for lawyers as you impact a wide range of topics and activities. A good lawyer must be very well connected to build a good reputation. A good lawyer must be able to join efforts with peers to build a strong team and deliver high results. A good lawyer must be well connected to do the investigations and all the research work required to bring the best possible assistance to its client. A good lawyer must have effective connections in both the public and the private sectors to increase the possibilities of being successful and efficient. In 3 words, networking, networking, and more networking. Last but not least, I invite you to remain optimistic. There are always opportunities available that with strategic measures and hard work will turn into high results. So finally, please let me recap the ideas that I just exposed. Dream big. Stay humble but self-confident. Use the 10X rule. Set realistic and ambitious KPIs. Focus, please. Adapt yourself. Be flexible. Seek opportunities at any given circumstance. Define your DNA. Networking, and more networking, and remain optimistic. Thank you very much. Let's stay connected.